Assalamualaikum. First of all, thank you for coming today, and also thank you to Mr. Jiva and Mr. Iskandar for having us. Give us opportunity to present about MZ today. My name is Zahian, and I come with my group members. It's like our lovely ladies, Mrs. Lin, and then Miss Yat, Mrs. Miza, and also Miss Hana. Today's presentation is to explain and introduce you to our service, to MZ service, product and service, which is GST. Before we start, I would like to give a brief about our MZ Waja. MZ Waja is established in 2008, and the firm is merged of. Sorry, nervous. Our firm is merged firm of three Bumi Putras auditing firm, MZ Associate, one Ali Jafar Associate, and MH Associate. Our mission is are committed to provide competent and professional service by optimizing our talent, to welcoming Mrs. Lin to continue our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Yat. Okay, now let's take a look at our size of our firm. We have 4 partners at the moment, and led by our managing partner, Haji Muhammad Nasri bin Ismail. Each of our partners is given portfolio based on the region. We have 12 branches nationwide, except.
Thank you, Ms. Lin. I will continue our presentation with the list of service provided by our firm MZ Waja. Here, as you can see in the slide, we have about 6 services to offer. First one is business audit and advisory services, good and service tax, corporate secretarial services, tax advisory and zakat services, Sharia assurance and auditing, and last, management consulting. For today's presentation, we are going to focus on GST services. But before we proceed with GST services that we provide, we would like to give brief information about GST. At the same time, my colleague will distribute a little handout about GST. I will continue the presentation. What is GST? GST is a consumption tax based on the value-added concept. GST is introduced to replace the current sales and service tax. GST is going to be implemented during April 1st in 2015. Who should register for GST?
Now let's move on to our unique product, that is good and service tax. Our service are training, first training, second GST registration, third consultation and mapping services, fourth selling accounting software and GST compliance. For training, we provide in-house training and public training. The objective of this training to equip the participant with the necessary skills and knowledge to understand and apply GST concept into their works. The advantage for trainings is to understand the scope and mechanism of GST. And for the benefits, can increase knowledge and help to run smoothly post GST. Can apply to your business, as GST will be compulsory to every business to run the business smoothly.
Thank you, Mrs. Miza. So I will present the third features
consultation and mapping services. The objective of consultation, first, to assist client to set up GST team and identify GST impact areas. The second, to guide client to prepare and develop GST implementation plan up to submission of GST return. Then the mapping consultation service divided into 3 phases. Firstly, analyzing and planning. Secondly, implementation, and finally, post-implementation. That's to Mr. Syan. Thank you.
Hi, me again. Okay, in order to avoid costly penalties, come and join us, and then we go together. I would like to thank you to my group members for the explanation and also the introduction for on GST service. And I would like to end by thanking you for your attention and your interest. Anyone sleep yet? Okay. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask us, and we try our best to answer. And before that, previously we already distribute our pamphlet about GST. For those who is interested, feel free to fill in the form and submit to us later. Thank you. Any question?